Please bow with me. Father God, we thank you for this day. We thank you for what we are gathered here to commemorate. And I just thank you for the training we've received here at this place, for all the experience we've had fighting fire. I just pray that you would go with us firefighters now as we go to our respective towns, fire departments, that you would help us to be the public servants that you would have us to be, that we would even be willing to lay down our lives for those who need to be saved, that this is you lay down your life for us. In Jesus' name we pray.
Good morning. I'm Deputy Director James Rubbo. I'd like to welcome you to the graduating class of the spring of 2013. I hope everyone has the opportunity to tour the places they haven't so already, because we're extremely proud of the facilities that we have come to require for a variety of reasons, mainly a tornado, but we sure appreciate the people of the state of Arkansas. At this time, I'd like to introduce the Director of the Fire Academy, Rachel Nitz.
Thank you. Welcome. I think the podium's got, has it gotten tall? I'd like to welcome you also to the Arkansas Fire Training Academy and to our graduating class. And before we get really started this is kind of a different event or a different time with the fire service at this time. I'd like you to take a moment and as I get through, just take a moment of silence to recognize the Boston bombing victims, but also to think about those first responders that came in and helped and again did what we do best and run in where everybody else is running out. That's also true with the firefighters from West. They had a memorial service yesterday for them. Closer to home, since our last firefighter standards graduation, we've lost 2 firefighters in the state, and that is Pine Bluff firefighter Satterley and one of our own past instructors, Matt Simpson. So if you'll take a moment and have a moment of silence for those. Thank you. We can't run this place without the participation of the fire service and for the families. And I'd like to thank the families at this point because these folks can't do this without support from home. And they've been here, some of you have been here 15 weeks, 14 weeks, a long time. And some of you are staying for 2 more. So without you folks at home, they've dedicated their lives to this occupation. And if you didn't know before they started, you also did. So it's a whole life change. Maybe some of you are already fire service oriented and you knew what they were going to bring home to you. So we appreciate the families. We've got a great crowd today with the graduates we have. I'm glad to see a full house and also recognize the Jonesboro Pipe and Drum. Because I don't know what time they left this morning to get here, but they had another commitment, so they were good enough to come in and share their talents with us and open up your graduation. So we're glad to see them. So when you get the chance, thank Assistant Chief Allen Dunn for his folks being here today. Also, we have some our biggest supporters in the crowd, and I'd like to recognize those. And they don't like to stand up, but at least if you'll raise your hand so they'll know where you are. Chief Reed Monticello, Fire Marshal Shanlaber from Hot Springs, Chief Harmon McRae, Chief Laffey Jacksonville. Welcome to Fire Service, Chief. I know you're not new, but welcome to Jacksonville. Assistant Chief Dunn, Jonesboro. Chief Puckett, Mena. Chief Coker, Strickland. Without you votes again, we can't do this, so I appreciate that. And again, thank you, Pipe and Drum Jonesboro. He's stuck in the back. At this time, I'd like to introduce you to Chief Reed. Chief Reed is our guest speaker for today, and I'm going to have to punt back and forth between them, but he's been through our firefighter standards program. He's been through our officer program. As many of you have come through the program and worked with us, he's also 3 or 4 years been adjunct to us. 4 years adjunct instructor with the fire captain. So not only did he come through the fire service, but he also came back and he worked with people coming through the standards program. And it's really, you know, when you can come through and go through the classes and come back and help the other guys, it's a real fulfilling experience. Was for my part, and I'm sure it is for you. What year did you start, Marcella? 08 firefighter, and just lately, within the last 6 months, pretty close. He's become the chief of Monticello. We're really proud to have him here, guest speak for us. So if you'll join with me and welcome Chief Reed.
Good morning. I just want to take just a second and say thank you. Kind of reiterate what Director Nix was talking about. Thank you to the Arkansas Fire Academy. Thank you, Director Nix, for allowing me this opportunity. Thank you to all the instructors here that work so hard with these men and women, trying to get them where they need to be so they can be as safe as possible and do their job. Thank you to the rest of the staff with the Arkansas Fire Academy. Without the ladies behind the scenes in the offices, a lot of the certificates and things like that wouldn't get out there that need to go. So, also like Director Nick said, I want to say thank you to everybody behind these 2 rows back there. Y'all are here to support these men and women right here on these front 2 rows. Without y'all, you know, it would be very hard for them and for us to do what we do. So thank y'all for all that y'all do and y'all support. Next, I want to thank y'all, these front 2 rows here. Like Director Nick said, for 4 years I've been able to come and help with every class that has been through here. Y'all's class is the first one that I hadn't had a chance to come and be on the ground with and talk to and share with. So it's an honor for me to get to be here today and talk to y'all. Thank y'all for what y'all do. Thank you for saying, I'll be the one. I'll go in, I'll do what I can, okay? With that, I want to challenge you. I got a couple of challenges here for you. Continue to learn. Don't ever stop learning, okay? What you have done now is what we consider the minimum standard, okay? This is the ground floor. We've got to go up from here, all right? Continue to learn and continue to listen. Listen whenever you get back into your firehouse. Listen to what we've always called the old guys. Guys with experience. Listen to them. Listen to their stories. Learn from them, okay? And also learn our history. Where did we come from? Firefighting service is one of the oldest traditions there is, one of the oldest services there is, okay? Learn our history, all right? Be familiar with it. Know why things happen and why we have the tools we do, where they come from, what happened caused us to need that tool, okay? I want to challenge you to be honorable, okay? Somebody calls up at the fire station, wants a phone number, look it up for them. That's what we're here for. We're going to honor, we're going to serve the public, okay? I've had guys before at my house, at my firehouse, tell them, this is not information, you know, get a phone book. I make them look at the caller ID right then and call that person back, okay? We're here to serve, all right? I want you to treat people the way you want your grandparents to treat you. You run a medical call. Somebody has fallen in the bathtub and broken a hip, okay? Treat them with respect. Go in there honorably, you know, don't take more people than you have to in there. You know, they're already embarrassed. things like that, okay? So, just treat everybody as you want your parents or grandparents treated, okay? Be proud. Be proud of what we are, okay? If it means scrubbing the floors, cleaning the toilets, you may think that it's somebody hazing the new guy. Be proud of it. You know, this is my firehouse. You know, this is my chainsaw. This is my pipe pole. Clean it, take care of it, because it may come a time when that one piece of equipment is what gets you out of line. Okay? Also, in being proud, don't run the profession through the mud. You're always going to have people talking bad. Oh, it's so bad today. You're going to have people on the outside. All the fire department does is sit up there and twiddle the thumb. They're just there waiting. They're a leech on society. They're a leech on tax money. Okay? We've got enough people outside criticizing us. Let's don't do it from inside. Okay? Always build us up. Talk about the good things. The last thing is have integrity. I want you to be, you know, there's no other service, no other profession in the world where somebody will be standing out on their front yard, front lawn, have a complete stranger pull up in a big red fire truck and tell them, there it is. Go in my house. The door's unlocked. Go in. No other profession will people allow just the stranger to walk through their house with grandmother's jewelry in the jewelry box, money in a wallet, and expect that you're not going to take anything. Okay? Also, you know, not everywhere run medical calls, but where you do, you also think, how many mothers, brand new mothers, you know, I've seen a few babies in here today. How many of them in other professions would you take your sick baby and hand it to a complete stranger and say, here, help? There's not one. Okay? So, have integrity in our jobs. Okay? I want to close by telling you, be safe. Learn as much as you can. And whenever you leave, go on shift in the morning, or whenever, if you're a volunteer, when the pager goes off, and you tell the one you love, bye, love you, I'll see you later. Don't come alive. Okay? Come home. Thank you again to all of you, and congratulations.
I have the privilege of being the lead instructor for this class. And of course, on the field and doing instruction, one person can't do this alone, or two or three can't do this alone. It all starts out with the paperwork. Paperwork that comes out from our secretary. We have Mrs. Shannon that does our testing, that every Monday night we roll in there and got tests built for this class. And then all the paperwork that comes back from them signing up to go eat at the law enforcement camp through Janet Covington over in the other building. And it's an ongoing thing from the deputy director to the director, keeping everything working. And of course, with two instructors here, as these guys have seen, we've had to call in a whole bunch of those heavy fireman adjunct instructors from the outside to come and help us. One of them's here today. He's standing in the back, sitting in the back room. He was taking pictures. Captain Cossey from one of the departments. Shane Holmes is another one that works with Captain Cossey. We have a new part-time instructor that's from the captain from El Dorado, Chris Hayden. And then we have a brand new instructor that's just been here a couple of days, and we can't wait to get him on board and move him for the next class. They're telling you back there someplace. He's in the very back of the room. He gets to stand up here and do this next class. And of course, the other person that works with me on a day-to-day basis is Instructor Clark. Steve Clark. He came from Pine Bluff as a retired fireman a year ago and jumped right on board to make this happen. One of the big things at Rookie School here is this isn't our academy. This is the state's fire academy. We just get the privilege to be here to teach. So it's one of the big things. You send in your application, all the fire departments and those kind of things, and the paperwork gets done and the training in the state, and you send guys to us down here and we get the training done here. But this academy is the state of Arkansas's fire academy. And that's probably the dumbest thing. This next portion here comes down to giving out some special awards. Okay, Instructor Clark here, Steve's going to help you pass this out. In every class, we pick shift captains. Those are the people that helps us get along with the day-to-day business, making sure everybody's where they're supposed to be and those kind of things. So if you want to
Day shift captain, Michael Ackerley. B shift captain, Nathan Perry. C shift captain, Aileen Wamsley.
Okay, the next portion of this is, of course, we give out an award for academic high. That is a combination of their weekend scores, their hazmat score to the end of their firefighter 1 and 2 test. And the top person, of course, comes out by the computer and percentage-wise, and that would be our academic high. This class here is a little different. And this was kind of fun because at the end of this was a real big deal between a couple of people in this class trying to figure out what you make so they can figure it out. Okay? We had 2 people that tied. They had exactly the same percentage. If we can get the chief from Jacksonville to come up. Kind of way to start as a new chief.
Special recognition presented to Justin Martin of Jacksonville for outstanding academic achievement.
Okay, our next one doesn't have a representative here, and of course the class pretty much knows who it is. Okay? It is Will R. Silva. Now the next one that we give out is for the rookie of the class. Okay? And truly with this class, the instructors, there's a lot of guys in this class that was kind of leaders. We sit down, put our notes together, came out with a deal. We had the class vote on who they thought should be the rookie of the class, and we came out with a person.
The outstanding rookie, Aileen Wamsley.
Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to make sure we're right on this here. We're going to set up to give out their present or their awards, their 1001 standard. If you guys over on the side can move in a little bit, they're going to know that way.
Okay, we're going to start off with the graduates. We'll call you in order, and after order, we'll call you to receive your certificate. Michael Ackerley. Wilder Herrera. Robert Beal. Taylor Carruthers. Seth Coker. Joseph Cunningham. Kyle
Evans. Nathan Berry. Andrew Jeffco. Christopher Kelly. There's a story behind all. Justin Martin. Aaron Mathis. Jeffrey Mitchell. Ian Mose. Chris Newton. Lucas Canero. Jeremy Ronnie. Guntry Scott. Chris C. Will Silvey. Derek Strang. Joseph Todd. Aileen Wamsley. Proud of every one of them. Spent a lot of time here, done a lot of effort. We're glad we've had here too. Now we're going to have the firefighter's prayer presented by Chris.
Everyone bow with me. Firefighter's prayer. When I am called to duty, God, whenever flames may rage, give me the strength to save some life, whatever be its age. Help me embrace a little child before it is too late, or save an older person from the horror of that fate. Enable me to be alert and hear the weakest shout, and quickly and efficiently put the fire out. I want to fill my calling and to give my best, the best in me, to guard my every neighbor and protect his property. And if according to my faith I lose my life this day, please bless with your protecting hand my family. This I pray. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Firefighter Standard Spring 2013.